What is up, guys? I'm KBHD here. This is the iPhone 11 Pro.
And as a child, Agito was taken by Shaganiko. He would then see the Nico style and learn indestructible, or at least something similar. Afterwards, he was thrown into a cave with many others, and they were buried deep underground for a Gu ritual, in which the people will fight to the death until only the most toxic one survives. The trauma from this still haunts him, as whenever he gets too excited or unnerved, he goes back into the berserker mode that he got in the Gu, breaking his calm and stoic state, becoming an arrogant, prideful, and demonic caricature of a human that traumatizes his opponents if they are weak, but if they are strong, he may end up killing them. While in this form, he uses his extraordinary intellect to adapt to his opponents, creating unique fighting styles specifically made to defeat the opponents. Although the amount of thought this takes often puts him at a disadvantage against the faster opponents, so depending on who he fights, it can be a weakness or a strength. I lean more on the strength side because of the amount of techniques he learns, perfects, and modifies while in this formless form, easily making him have the most techniques out of anybody in the world. And if I had to explain them all, I would just end up talking about every martial art and fighting style. After Kanoh Metsudo rescued Agito, he would begin to train and tame him through various methods, creating a docile version of Agito. But as previously mentioned, his wild side still lives on in his formless form, which he mostly relies on until the third round. He has fought Yoshioka, Takayama, Wakatsuki, and 157 others, not including those he fought in the Gu and Journey, without having any lasting injury, aside from psychological scars, and also no defeats until the Kengan tourney. The Fang has the most difficult route in the entire tourney, who wins the first round of the fight, but is beaten in the second. Same as the first, but times 2, as Goalang managed to suppress the Fang twice in the match, and even traumatize him, forcing the formless Fang to swallow his pride in order to win. But after a quick match with the previous Fang, he collected his thoughts and came back with foresight, or at least a more advanced version, which reacts to the opponent before they even move. Even when Fang was going easy on him, Hatsumi never stood a chance. During Hiyami's revolution, the Fang would team up with Okoya to deal with the Guardians, with none of them leaving any injuries on him. He then fought Kuroki the Beard Gensai, and he evolved far more than he ever has before, pushing his newfound abilities to the ever-evolving limits, fusing his formless and stoic form, mastering them both as the match went on. Yet he still lost to the most cliché martial art of all. Although that's downplaying the Fang, as Kuroki is the strongest character in Kengan Ashura. After losing and finding out that Katahara invited Kuroki because he was bored, Agito went his own way, taking Takayama's motorcycle to discover himself. The only standout techniques he has are the Dragon Shot, which has the most power and is his own take on a 1-inch punch, and his own indestructible that he most likely stole from Taganiko. He was originally supposed to use Patrician, which is an old fighting style made in Rome. I won't talk about him in Omega because it hasn't finished yet. Also, if anybody's reading Omega, I'd say just stop for a few months just to, binge watch it, because that's the best way to read manga, just binging it.